I think I'm going to be the first person to call for it. Rivals needs to go back to the old team-up system. The reason why the system used to be good is because it encouraged you to work with players. You want them to pick stuff, so you enable someone else. Their sauce is gone.
Alright, let's start the video right here. There is no hate to Flash, but I don't completely agree with going back to the old team-up system is the way. The new team-up system is good because it adds variety in different ways to play on the fly during a match. Now, some points he made was correct. For example, he states the team-ups don't require the other character to need the extra ability or passive.
Never in my life will need a Scarlet Witch player. I have it all the time.
I don't think reverting back to the old team-up system is going to help, but maybe changing and reworking some of the team-ups in this new system in the non-enhanced state would be better. For example, the team-up with Scarlet Witch and Mag. His sword should be something he has when Scarlet Witch is on the team, but for his unenhanced version, when Scarlet Witch isn't on the team, you can maybe take one of Scarlet Witch's ability, for example, her bubble that stuns people. You can give it to Mag, but the way you give it to him is when he shields himself or his teammates, and let's say someone pops that bubble within maybe a 5 to 10 meter radius, it will give a stun effect. Now I have another example for a team up, not to be maybe reworked, but maybe a team up to be toned back without that person on the team. Now for an example that I'm bringing up right now is going to be Hela and Namor. Hela, in my opinion, should not always have the undead squids, right? That kind of defeats the purpose of having Namor on the team, because if Hela's going to have undead squids all the time every kill, what is the point? My thinking is that you tone it back, as in every 10 seconds after a kill she can spawn an undead squid, and then when Namor's on the team, that is when it goes back to its, I guess you could say, normal form. Now Flats does make another good point.
The biggest problems with this game is that people don't want to fill. They don't pick tank. They don't play support. They could make the team up system work together. If you're playing support, you get good team ups with certain tanks or with other supports.
And he's right, because there really isn't that many good team ups between tank to tank or tank to support. Now what I'm going to start with is going to be a good tank to tank team up. This is if you have both of these tanks on your team. The two tanks I'm going to be talking about is Thor and Magneto. Now when Thor's on the team, Magneto gets an extra ability. This is going to be, I called it the Valkyrie Spears. Now these spears, you're able to throw them out. They're able to pierce shields and targets and stick onto surfaces like walls. Now, the way this works is when Thor interacts with it, with his hammer throw, or he strikes it with his normal left click, he sends out a jolt of lightning that will lock on to the nearest target and bounce through multiple targets if they're close enough together. Now, after he does that, the spear breaks. Now, when Thor uses his ultimate and the spears are close enough together, the lightning strikes will bounce between the targets until Thor smashes on the ground. So however long Thor is in the air doing his ultimate, that's how long the lightning will jolt through every target that's close by, and then the spears will break afterwards. Now this next team up is going to be from support to tank. This one is going to be for Groot and Jet. I think this one could be changed just a little bit for it to actually, I think, be used a lot more than what it's used now. I think when Groot is in his bubble, it should heal Groot a little bit. When the bubble is popped, it leaves a grass patch on the ground that when you're standing in it, or it would have like an aura around it that you can see, heal you and your teammates that are within that aura. And then when Groot either, walks forward from the grass patch or walks back from the grass patch when it's on the field, he leaves grassy footsteps, and that heals you as well, but not as much as if you were standing in the grass patch. All in all, I feel like the new system is good, but it can be great with some tweaks and changes. This whole video is not to hate on Flats. It's just my opinion on how I think the new team up system can work better than the old one.